Today I want to do a burgundy makeup look. I'm really thinking about the eyes today, something kind of deep and smoky, but all staying within the burgundy tones. I have busted out a really old palette. Oops, not this one. This one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Jackie Aina collab. This was one of the first palettes I ever bought on my own when I started really getting into makeup. And there's a couple shades here like this one, and then this has a really pretty shimmer with the burgundy tones that I think will look nice. Here's hoping. And I do have the Sigma New Mod palette. There's a few tones in here that are gonna help blend and transition these burgundy tones. We'll see what happens on the lips. I'm just gonna see how in-depth the eyes get and then decide how deep and vampy I might want to go with the lip or keep it a little softer. We'll see. So that's the plan for today. Keep on watching if you want to see how I create this makeup look. Okay, starting with the blush. Technically, burgundy is red mixed with purple. So it's like a really deep red with a touch of purple to it. It can get mixed up with maroon, which is red with a touch of brown in it. Normally, I am a maroon type of girl, but that doesn't sound as good, does it? A maroon makeup look. I just think of Maroon 5. So keeping with the burgundy colors, I want to lean a little bit more onto the purple end of things. So the blush I'm going to start with is from Milk. It's the shade Quickie. And as you can see, it's definitely more on that purpley side of things. So I feel like burgundy kind of falls more on like the wintry color palette and that there's a bit more coolness in it than maroon. But I'm sure this look will kind of end up being like a mix of both of those. But I do love this blush. I feel like it's really kind of a pick-me-up for the skin. It ends up translating, pretty pink. Love this blush. Then I'm going to take this powder blush from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Cheek to Chic formula, and it's the shade Intense, I think Pillow Talk Intense. And I'm going to add this on top just to add a touch of that more reddish brown. Actually, this blush is like very pigmented, but I've yet to use it with this really trusty blush brush that has such like diffused bristles. It makes diffusing powder blushes really easy. So anyway, I'm going to go swirl and pop. That has like a bit of glow in it, and just gently dust a little bit of this on top. Yeah, see, it's like very subtle when you're using this brush, which I love. Swirl, pop, pop. So now I have like kind of brighter purple pink base and then a touch of this darker red on top. Starting with the Sigma New Mod palette, I'm going to use this shade as the brightening shade all over the lid really quickly. You guys know I do this basically every time I do a makeup look. Any kind of brightening shade all over the lid, and actually that's a great brightening color. See that? It just makes the eyeshadow look so much easier. It makes the eyeshadows easy to blend on top. And I love this brush for this because it just gets the whole lid so quickly. I'm going to go into this shade here as the first shade. It's just got a bit of that pink to it, so I think it's going to be great for going into the crease. And I actually took a lot on my brush, so I'm just laying down a bit of the pigment on both eyes right away. So don't go too heavy-handed right away. So yeah, just very basically using this as the transition shade, so getting that in the crease. Then moving over to the Jackie Aina palette, I'm going to go with this shade here, Pinker, and I'm going to start to bring some of this dark pinky red to add some depth. And actually, I'm going to start feathering this onto the lid as well. So like putting the depth down at the corner. Then as I blend, just anything left on the brush, I'm going to pat towards the center. Then back into that first shade to work on the blend. I'm going to take the shade from the Jackie Aina palette, the dark pink, and go about halfway before stopping. Then I'm going to go even darker, taking this shade from the Sigma palette and just really starting to richen this up to give it that deep burgundy feel to it. But I don't want to bring this across the whole lid. I'm going to leave some space for the shimmer. And then back to fixing up this blend. I think I'm going to keep this eye look fairly contained on the lid. Sometimes I like to bring the transition shades out a little bit farther, but I'm going to try my best to kind of keep a clear boundary. Taking a little bit of the NYX glitter glue on the eyelid. And I'm going to try out this shimmer here from the Jackie Aina palette. I feel like this is the shimmer when I first got the palette. It's called Zam. I was like so in love with it. I don't think I'd had like a eyeshadow yet that was like so sparkly. And I was like, oh my god, I'm obsessed. So I'm just gonna press that gently on top. It's more of like a loose style glitter, so the glitter glue is gonna help keep it in place. I'm gonna take a bit of the glitter glue on a brush and put it here where the smokiness on the lower lash line started to end, and then take this shimmer, which is more of like a satin style shimmer rather than a glittery one, and place that on the lower lash line. I'm going to take Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever and put that in the waterline. I was trying to do it without pulling down my eyelid. I don't know how people do it. I have to do this. Okay, I'm really liking this. I'm excited to add the lashes to really get the contrast of the like black lashes around this. I think it's going to really make everything pop and come together. So I'm going to do that off camera and then decide what to do with the lips. Okay, here's the eye look. I'm really loving this. I'm not sure exactly where to go with the lips. I feel like I'm gonna build it up and see how much intensity I end up wanting to add to it. I'm gonna start with using the same liner that I popped in my eyes, Limitless Brown. Or maybe I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. Nope. Oh, it looks way darker on the lips than on the eyes. I'm going to go in with Universal Earth from Makeup Forever, which is definitely more red. Yeah, that was a better idea for sure. So now I'm going to add a bit of this shade from Merit, L'Avenue. This is in their signature lip, and it's kind of like a balmy formula. And I'm going to just like blot it on. And then my thought was, what if I just added like a touch of a vampy shade, but not like full on, by going in with Melt Hemlock. This was from their Bailey Sarian collab. I love this shade. I think it is my all-time favorite vampy lip when you put it on like fully, because it has more of that warmer brown base rather than the purple base that sometimes a lot of dark reds have. I like that this has more of the brown to it. So I'm gonna just like, yeah, blot a little bit of that on top. Just add that extra level of depth. And then, because I put the balmy lip on first, it's just gonna like blend easily. I'm gonna go back in actually to that first shade I laid down to go back and be a bit more, just brighten this up a little bit more obviously. Be a bit more intentional about it. As with any kind of smoky look, if you opt for this brighter matte somewhere in the look, like it usually freshens it up a little bit anyway. And the question is, do I add a touch more gloss on the lip? Kind of to like complement the shininess of the shimmer. Let's go in with this. Ooh, that makes it juicy. Okay, and here is the finished makeup look. I really love this. I like that it is a bit of a play of the warm and cool sides of like burgundy and maroon. Like when you see the shades next to each other, like you can see how the eyes have a bit more of that purpley vibe and the lips more of the like brownish red. But I like them together actually. And I think if you prefer warm tones, you could really lean into more of the maroon side of this shade. If you prefer the cool tones, go a bit more purple. And yeah, I love the shimmer in particular with these like dark reds. There's something about it that just pairs so nicely. It feels very like luxurious and like jewel toned and like royal or something. Yeah, this is a great look for fall. I'm filming this September 30th, and let me tell you, I'm still using the air condition. It is so freaking hot. I'm in Toronto, and I'm like, can we get the cold weather? I'm tired of wearing my shorts and my tank top, like literally still. It's been a long summer. I'm gonna be in 2 months' time freezing, so I should take what I can get. But I'm kind of sick of it. I'm ready for the cool tones. I'm ready for a cute scarf, which would match this makeup look so well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just delving into more things throughout October, like more fall shades and some potential costume style makeup. Thinking of doing a vampire look because I've never done a vampire. Maybe a poison ivy. I was once poison ivy for Halloween, like when I was younger. That's a fun one for redheads. So like some vicious bright lime greens, that could be super cool. But if you have any requests for like Halloween makeup too, let me know. And yeah, Toasty, I think that's it for today. Let's take it away, buddy boy. He's very mad at me because I brushed his teeth today. Here he comes out of his nest. All right, Toasty, these are your colors. These are your autumn shades. They look so good with you. And I've had requests to do a Toasty-inspired makeup look, which I think would be a good idea because just playing with all these browns and blacks and... What is this, Toasty? Is this a taupey gray? What is that? It's almost like a silvery blonde. He has so many shades. So it would be a hilarious makeup inspo. Oh my God, look at this freak. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching till the end of the video. May you all have a nice little nap like Toasty and find yourselves some makeup magic. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, witches.